China. So don't mind me. There we go. So we have China. Let's get into it.
Oh my god, guys, we did it again!
Is there a leakage? A leakage of what? Come on! Come on! Well done, lad. Huh? Not bad, not bad.
You're kidding. You're kidding me. I've never ever felt like this in my life.
Did he get a penalty for what he did? So, Gabi, we are all on the same train line.
The engine was going much slower than before. Amazing.
Lando, what do you think about it, Inter? What do you think about it in Inter?
No!
Yeah, I'm good. I am good. I am better than everyone. Let's relax.
Oh my god! Yes!
I destroyed the camera!
Alright, not sure why we haven't gone into the race yet. Lobby's still up. Here we go, get ready to start. I apologise, we are not sure what's going on in the background here. However, we've got an exciting race coming up for us this evening. We've got a tight battle at the front for the championship. We've got my team, Williams, in second in the Constructors, hoping to claw in the opposition as we get ready to head to track in China. Waiting for everyone now just to load in. So I'll recap on what we have for the standings. In the overall points, we have Pinju leading the championship by 21 points over Zuka, Lum Soda a further 18 back, Kahoot in fourth with 92 points, and Mini Jorgo making out the top 5 with 90 points ahead of defeated Damo. In the Constructors, we have Racing Bulls streaming out ahead. Lefty's done it again. 286 points ahead of Williams with 215 and McLaren in third, 179. As we're now loading in to qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix here for Wallaby Racing League Season 9. Alright, we'll see who's going to be first to get in. I'd better set up all my fun stuff. Don't need that at the moment. Telemetry. There we go. Alright. Waiting to see who the first car will be going out to track. That means now we've got China and Mexico off. Let me see if I can get chat up, because I kind of want to see that. See what I'm missing. Here we go. Here we go. First car out to track was Panache by the looks. I've missed that as I've been too busy trying to work out what I'm trying to do here. So I've got Panache first out, then it looked like it was Arthur Setter in the Red Bull second. Let's follow on board with Panache as he's going on his outlap through the middle sector. Cool minds hopefully prevailing. Just warming his tyres, keeping it clean. We've got now everyone's starting to head out the track. We've got... There's no point reading it out. Everyone's going out. You can see the outlap on your screen. Alright, here we go. Coming up to start his lap, coming through the final corner. Let's watch on board. Oh, wrong button. There we go, that's the button I want. On board with Panache to start his lap. Down to 75% as he crosses the line. He's got the Aston Martin. I think, was that an Aston Martin or was that a Mercedes? I cannot tell. I'm pretty bad at this. Alright, getting out of the way nicely through turn 1 into turn 2. Taking a nice line, second up into third. Shifting up into fourth now. On the battery, heading down into turns 3 and 4. Nice and tidy so far. Braking just after the 100 metre board. Gets it turned in nicely, going through the hairpin. Heading down towards the double sweeper left-right section. Does he hold it flat? Yes, he does. Up into 7th gear coming through here. Down to 5th. As he goes through the right-hander and into one of the most awkward parts of the track for traction. Keeps us in 4th gear, trying to get that traction instead of wheel spin. Nicely done, a little bit tailing on the exit, nothing wrong with that though. Coming up into the really tight left-right of the chicane here, heading into the right-hand sweeper. 3rd gear, trying to get the traction, done well onto the ERS nice and early. As he straightens it out for the long backstraight heading down towards the back hairpin. Burning the batteries, he gets onto the DRS now. Tidy lap here by Panache. And he's off the ERS, ready for the braking zone just before the 100 metre board. Pulls it up very nicely there. Nice apex. Good exit as he's short shifting to get the traction. Heading into the final corner now. Tidy 4th gear. Nice line on the DRS. And across the line, a 134.1 as the first lap of the session. Nice and tidy there. Let's see what some of the other guys have to combat that. We're on board now with Arthur Setter. Let's see what he can do. Nice line through the final corner. Oh, wide. That might be invalidated there. And unfortunately, it is with a 33.4. What a shame on the final part of the lap. Let's see. Right. Kahoot and Pinju playing their typical games. What have we got? Who are we going on board with? Here we go. Little Flash. What does he do? 34.2 as unique throw. Nice lap there. 33.9. Jerabot going into 4th at 34.2. Go down. Who else is coming up to finish laps? Got missed edge. 33.8. Tidy time. Let's have a look with Mini Jorgo here. As defeated Damo goes second on a 33.8. Mini Jorgo. He goes to the top with a 33.2. What a time. First truly representative lap, I do believe, of the session. Go through. We've got other people sitting their laps now. Come by Ollie into P11. These other guys. Toppy's top. Yep, Toppy will be on a lap. We've still got 2 cars in the pits. Stay on board with Toppy for the end of his lap now. He's coming into the hairpin, braking just before the 100 metre board. So it locks up a little bit, misses the apex slightly. And nice through the final corner. Got a bit of slipstream almost from the Haas up ahead as he goes into 13th at 35.2. You'll get faster though as the session goes on. Let's go on board with Pinju if I don't bash my wheel up. He goes into the hairpin nice and late on the brakes, just slightly misses the apex. shame. He's on a slow lap anyway. Maybe he was doing a second warm-up lap before going on his hot lap because he's at 1 minute 40 as it is. That's a slow lap time otherwise. Saving his battery, good exit. And here we go. This will be the fast lap from, I went to say Kahoot there, Pinju. Goodness me. There we go, through turn 2, or is it 3 and 4, whatever they call these corners, it doesn't make sense to me. Heading up towards the first of our 2 or 3 or however many hairpins we have at this track. Nice and late on the brakes. Just slightly misses the apex, but he shouldn't lose too much from that, we hope. Coming down into the sweepers. Flat through the first sweeper, 7th early. Oh, big snap halfway through the first sweeper. That saves it as he heads into the second sweeper and into the double left-hander. Slightly misses the apex there, but a little wider line can give him a better run through the second part, so could just be a strategy game. We'll see how it goes for Pinju heading into the left-right section before the big sweeper onto the back straight. Important to get a really good exit here, as this impacts your top speed all the way down the straight. Get a bad exit, you're losing time all the way. We've got a yellow flag, I'm assuming it's just a racing ball letting Aston Martin go in the end of the second sector. DRS, still burning ERS all the way to the hairpin there. Brake at the 100 metre board. Nicely done, well turned in there by Pinju. He's got it very good to that second last sector, or second last corner. Coming through the final corner. Nice exits. On the way to the line, and we have a 33.9. That puts him in 5th place. I think we saw Kahoot go in 8th. Was it Kahoot that improved? Yes, it would have been Kahoot. As we've got cars coming out for out laps now. We've got 4 cars having set a lap. Pep, who we assume is now on a lap. Along with Dynasty Sparrow, Arthur Setter, and we've got Lime Soda still in hits. Let's see what Pep can do on his lap. Obviously a new driver up to Tier 3, coming up from Tier 4, where he was absolutely lightning quick. Let's see what he can do coming into the left-right. Looks like there's a Williams ahead of him there, possibly. Well, I'm not sure which Williams. I'll just shoot it's combo. Oh, no, he's in the pits. Maybe it's not a Williams and I'm just blind. It looks like an Alpine on the map. So I'm just blind, ignore me. Oh! He got the curve and spun! That's a weird, never seen that one before. What a shame for him as I'll try to get Dynasty Sparrow in. As we get communicating, because this game is just so magnificent. There we go, game invite sent. What a shame for Pep, as he was on what looked like it could have been a decent lap there. We won't know what it does though. Is he coming, yep, straight into the pits. So is anyone on a lap that we can watch? Flavs has just started a lap. He goes into the pits. Unique Throne, looks like he might be... No, he's on a slow lap at the moment. Jorgo also on a lap. Slow lap obviously because he's got 100% battery. Flavs must be about the only driver on a lap right now. Let's see what is Arthur said on a lap as well. He is, he's about the same track, so let's have a look. Oh no, he's on a slow lap. Never mind. Let's watch Flavs. Alright, let's go through the second sector, just letting Sparrow know I've got his invite sent. Alright, through the sweeper. Decent exit there for Little Flavs as he's coming along the long back straight now. Heading down into the hairpin, burning that ARS, revving the absolute living daylights out of his engine in 7th gear before shifting up to 8. 335 kilometres an hour, just touching there as he gets a little bit wide on the exit, but nothing wrong with that. Oh, bit of wheel spin on the curve there. Bit of a shame, that could have been a pretty good exit at final end of the lap there, I reckon. As he comes through the final corner, deployment used, 34.1, doesn't change his position unfortunately. Shame for Little Flavs, that was a pretty alright lap up to that point. It was someone else on a lap that I've forgotten, which is not good. Jorgo. Oh, he's improved. No, never mind. Oh no, has Jorgo improved to 33.1? He was a 33.2 a moment ago, I'm pretty sure. My brain's night shift mode, obviously. Damo's on an out lap. Let's see. Jetman's on a lap, is he? Looks like it. As he's coming along the back straight here. He must be running a little bit lower wings. 340 kilometres an hour coming into the braking zone of the hairpin. Nicely stopped as he gets it turned into the hairpin nicely. Coming through there in towards the final corner. Braking at the 50-metre board. Turns it in nicely. Nice exit. Doesn't invalidate his lap. And 1 minute 33.4. Nice lap from Jetman. Do we want to watch on board? Let's watch on board with defeated Damo as he's coming through. The double sweeper. Left hand keeps it in 6th gear, does Damo. Everyone has a slightly different way. Keep the revs up, might hold more momentum. Be interesting to see what the T2 and T1 boys do on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Arthur Setter missed his lap, 33.2, going into 2nd place. Great lap there by the Red Bull. As we see Damo coming through this incredibly tight section, 2nd gear for him. Making use of the lower gears with the extra torque to try to get the power down and get a little bit of a better exit. And he's got a little bit of a slipstream here from what looks like the Haas, possibly of Mini Jorgo. Not Mini Jorgo, the other one. Panache. Brain work, please. As he comes into the braking zone, nicely done through the hairpin. Nice and tidy, clean exits. Well done. Bit of ERS use on the exit. Heading down, braking at the 50-metre board, turning it in at the final corner. As we're going on now to the finish line, and it is a 133.5 to keep him in 4th place for now. I think that jumps him up ahead of Edge by 4 tenths. As he goes off the track on the exit, that's alright. Gerabotti to 6th place with a 33.8. Nice tidy lap there from the RB man. Got yellow flags for drivers letting other drivers through. Who else is on a lap that we can grab? Looks like Panache is on a lap. Let's watch on board with him and see what he can do. As he's coming in, braking about 75 metres into the chicane. Cuts a little bit of the grass. Nothing wrong with that. It shortens your time. Might work. A little bit of wheel spin on the exit as he comes through. A bit of slidey action, but nice run onto the back straights. Heading to the DRS. DRS on battery. Depleted a bit. Little bit slower in the straight line there, 325, 326 kilometres, but he's not burning for as long, so we can attribute it to that, I would imagine, as he gets it nicely slowed down into the hairpin. Coming up and into the final corner, 50-metre board, brakes, gets it turned in, good exit as he comes up to the line. Where does Panache put himself? Up into P5 at 33.7. Another good tidied up there from Panache. Who else is on laps that we can watch? Easy Reaper, let's watch Easy Reaper. Nope, he's on a slow lap again. Is there anyone else on a lap that we can see? Doesn't look like we've got a few cars that are on out laps. As I turn myself. Kiwi there for a second. Jorgo, 1 minute 33.155. He's just flying out there. Oh, what a shame for Pep. Was on a decent lap there. Was only 3 tenths down through the middle sector. And then spins it. He's not having a fun time with this section of the track, and it is generally a terrifying part of the track. I have always had trouble here myself, so it's a shame for him, but unfortunately, difficult part of the track, he's just struggling a little bit there, which is a shame given he's showing a bit of pace. We watch Pinju on a lap now, coming into the 2nd corner, or whatever corner it is, depending on the track map you look at. Heading up into the hairpin, a bit of energy burn, not too much though, as he straightens his line up, breaks the 100-metre board, gets it turned in nicely for the hairpin. Coming out of there, a little bit of battery burn once again, heading into the sweeper, shifts up to 7th. Oh, he's backed off. Something's gone on here for Pinju. I wonder whether he's invalidated somewhere or if he's just trying something. Let's have a look. Got anyone actually on a lap? We've got a lot of cars coming out of the pits. Got a minute to 40, that's why he's backing off to get a good last lap in, I think. See what these guys do with a minute 30 to go in the session. A lot of cars out and early in the lap. Gosh, these guys coming out of the pits now are going to... Well, they're not going to get around, period. So that's Birdie's not going to get a lap in. Who else is going to get a lap in? Oh, here we go. Yorgo's here, back to start another lap again. Doesn't have much ARS if he's going to. Through the field. I get the feeling Damo's going to struggle to get another lap in. Jerobot. I'm going the wrong way. Pinju, yeah, he's going for another try at this lap. Let's see how he does as he turns it into turn 1, right on the nose. Done well though to get it turned. Trying to conserve momentum is the terminology I'm after there. We'll keep on board, I think, for now with Pinju, as Pep has retired from this session. He did a decent lap there at 33.9 to put him in P11. That's a good result there for the Kick Sauber man. Coming through the hairpin now with Pinju. He's held it in 6th gear this time through the left-hander. Flicks it into the right-hander. 4th gear, 170 Ks. Braking for the left, double left. Bit of wheel spin, bit of sliding action, but he's got it through nice and clean. As Easy Reaper retires from the session, having set a 1 minute 35.0, which is not indicative for his usual pace. As the checkered flag flies on this session, we'll see who comes across to set an improved lap. Pinju running down his ERS, DRS enabled, heading down the back straight, heading into the hairpin. 151, just before the 100 metre board, gets it turned in nicely at the hairpin. Tidy exit, not much wheel spin if any at all. Coming into the final corner, braking the 50 metre board, flicks it in, doesn't quite get it turned in as early as he'd like. Let's see what he can do. 33.9, a slight, well, not even an improvement, I apologise. I would be lying if I said that was an improvement. Arthur Setter's on a lap. He's burnt a lot of his battery early in the straight though, so he's not going to be able to get the huge top speeds that the others were getting. So he has got a little bit of slipstream, burnt all of his battery there coming up to the 100 metre board where he brakes nice and late, gets it turned in nicely, well done. Exiting through the hairpin there, heading down into the final corner, 50 metre board, kicks the brakes, gets it turned in, right on the edge there of invalidation. Was your 33 and 32.9! Fastest lap of the session. Well done, Arthur Setter. That is a brilliant lap to close out the session. Anyone else going to come close to that? Combo Ollie has gone into 10th. I missed that. That's an excellent lap time by him. And someone else jumped up then at last minute. I think that was Unique. No, he's already jumped up. Must have been Jetman jumping into 4th with a 33.3. Got a minute to go in this session, and I think everyone's set their lap time. So we just need Combo Ollie to retire, which he's doing by crossing the line instead of going through the pit lane, which I can respect. And he's done an excellent job there. Qualifying in P10. P10 and P12 for my Williams boys. But we've had a good quali session, and look at the times at the top there. We have Arthur Setter on pole with a 32.9. Jorgo second at 33.155. Third position, Unique Throne with a 1 minute 33.191. 4 tenths covering the top 5, and we've got a second covering the top 14. Excellent result there for our Tier 3 boys, as Lime Soda and Brandy do not set laps. Don't remember Brandy being there, don't know what's going on. I assume that is Dynasty Sparrow. Right, as we head into the race. What will the strategies be for today? Have we got rain? Nope, we've got nice, clear sunshine. As we're waiting for drivers to not so much their setups, they've got their setups sorted. As we wait for them to set their strategies, set their fuel, so we can head out to the track to race. Let's have a look through chat. What have I missed while I was too busy yelling at the screen? Jorgo to Tier 2, funny one by Cooper. Might have to sign him for myself in Tier 2 if I can't improve my pace. Though Belgium was a good pickup for me. Here we go. We've got the 5 red lights. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And lights out. Off we go. Ready for the Chinese Grand Prix. We've got a good start from the Haas of Mini Jorgo up alongside the Red Bull of Arthur Setter as they go sideways. And it's contact! Arthur Setter down and he's completely off the track now. What a shame for the Red Bull man from such a promising qualifying position. And I think he may have damage as well to his front wing. Yes, he does, on the right-hand side of his front wing. As Unique Throne takes the lead. We've got a Haas 1-3 there. As coming into the chicane, Unique Throne around the outside of Jorgo. As they continue heading down into the sweeper section here. Unique Throne got the inside and takes the lead. What a start from the Aston Martin man. Carl Finizza will be very happy with that. With the start from his driver. We've got Jorgo second, Panache third, and then we've got a McLaren 4-5 with Pinju and Defeated Damo. Jetman in 6th as Pinju gets a great start up into P7. Edge 8th, Combo Oli up to 9th, and Pep into the top 10. Great running there to start the race. We've got another incident behind that I've missed with, I think it's Zuka having spun in what looks like the double left-hander, and Wogjet right out the back there. So I don't know whether something's happened between those two, but that's a shame for them as both of them had all right qualifying positions. As we get back up to the front, we've got a big battle here. We've got nearly 3 wide coming down into the hairpin. We've got Unique Throne defending from Jorgo's. Panache and Kahoot are swapping positions there for 3rd position, and Defeated Damo trying to get in on the action as well. Oh, I'm breathless already. There's only been 1 lap. Panache there pushing the track limits, as is... I missed who that was. There's cars going everywhere wide as Unique Throne naturally sets fastest lap out the front. We've got Kahoot and Defeated Damo swapping positions there, sitting in line astern behind the Haas's. Whew, got to catch my breath. What have we got further back? Any good battles? We've just had, I think, Easy Reaper overtake his teammates. Got... Otherwise, nothing overly crazy. Edge between the two Williams there, fighting on the back of Pinju. Now let's get to this top 2 battle, because we'll have DRS this lap, and Jorgo and Panache will be nipping at the heels of Unique Throne as they head into the DRS zone. Not just yet, though. Through the double left-hander, got a good exit there from Jorgo, good exit there from Unique Throne, but better from Jorgo, obviously, with a bit of slipstream. Though the dirty air will play a part. We've got another incident in Sector 2. One of the RBs looks like it's round. I reckon that must be Jerabot. And it looks like it was, as he's overtaken by Zuka. Anyway, let's get back up to the top. As we've got Jorgo. Let's go on board with him as he gets the DRS, opens the DRS on Unique Throne. Though he's not making much ground at this point of the lap. No, Unique Throne's able to hold it. Must have saved all his battery. Oh, he's been hit! There's been contact between the Haas's. Or was that Kahoot, sorry, who's been barged out of the way. Huge contact there for Mini Jorgo, but it powers him into the lead, but he gets a penalty for it as well. Something interesting going on there as the fastest lap is traded all the way down the field. We've now got a Haas 1-2 with Unique Throne in 3rd, Defeated Damo 4th, and Jetman now up to 5th, as we've got a Mercedes around at the final corner. That is Zuka trying to do the Giovinazzi, as Jerabot has retired in the pits. Zuka's doing a Giovinazzi 2017. Jerabot is also left the session, so he may have had further damage from his incident earlier. We go from the helicopter cam now above Defeated Damo, following in behind Unique Throne, who lost 2 positions in that after that hairpin collision there with Jorgo. Who knows what happened there to cause that? As Unique Throne's right on the back here of Panache. Let's go on board with the Aston Man, as I actually should. I forgot to turn on all of my stuff. Let's have a look at the tyres. There we go. We've got Birdie and Zuka, the only ones on hards. Let's turn on some telemetry as well so I can actually see what's going on. Silly of me to not turn that on before the start of the race. Looks like Arthur Setter and Flav swap positions, and Unique Throne up the inside of Panache. Nice and easy as he goes through back into second position now, trying to get back onto the back of Mini Jorgo to try to get the lead as Jetman and Pinju makes a mistake coming out of the hairpin and loses a few positions. You've got the Red Bull and Combo Ollie side by side. Nice move there from Edge up into 6th position as Combo Ollie fights. Oh no, he's just I assume he's letting Pinju go there, working well together as teammates. I'm very happy with those two in my team. They work so well together. We've got a battle here for 11th. Oh, as Arthur once again has a bit of a moment in turn 1. He's really not liking that in this race so far. That's another mistake as he hits the back of Easy Rita. With Brandy, or I'm assuming it's Dynasty Sparrow, being the beneficiary there. As we've got 3 wide into the hairpin. We've got Combo Ollie, Birdie, and I'm assuming that was Edge. As we've got another battle up here, we've got Jetman overtaken by Kahoot. With the... Oh, has he got damage maybe? He's not got much pace there as Combo Ollie on the inside of Birdie, but not able to do much. As they go side by side. Let's... Oh, why have we changed cameras? There we go. As Combo Ollie gets the position on Birdie with a very tidy move. Around the outside. Oh, we've got one of the... Was that Pep? That was Pep that tried to go around the outside and got pushed off. Did well to hold on though, so unfortunately he's lost a lot of positions from fighting from the top 10. Shame for him, but he will move on and move up. He's very fast, don't hold him for a... He'll come back into the points without a doubt. As we've got cars going 3 wide coming into the... Oh, not 3 wide, 2 wide. As Combo Ollie makes another overtake on the Red Bull of Edge. As we go on board as Edge makes the move, does the switcheroo, gets back on Combo Ollie. Anyway, we're missing a battle here between Panache and Unique Throne. Let's move up the field to them now. As Panache comes into turn 1, right on the back of Unique Throne. Unique Throne, though, seems very, very good on exit. As Panache gets a little bit of a twitch there coming into the exit of turn 1 into turn 2. As Zook has left the session, he's retired from the session as well. What a shame for the Mercedes, man. He also has good pace, though it's just not worked out so far for him this week. Through the hairpin, Panache uses a little bit of the curb, Unique Throne avoiding the curb. Unique Throne's almost got clear of DRS here on Panache. Can he do it? Coming through this middle sector, through the sweepers as he's 9/10, still 9/10. Panache doing a good job, but he's also got a lot of pressure here from defeated Damo. Let's take the watching brief from behind. As Unique Throne has got that 1 second to Panache now, though Panache burning to try to get back into DRS. Through this section as the DRS detection point is right on that line there, and he did not get back in, so he's going to be vulnerable now to defeated Damo in behind, as he also gets a bit of wheel spin coming through the left hand, or the right hander, sorry, onto the back straight, though he seems to have got a decent run with a bit of ERS obviously, as defeated Damo gets the DRS, uses all of his ERS, goes to the inside, late braking, and has outshot himself, and I assume we'll see Panache, yep, sneak back through on the inside to take the position back. We've got Combo Ollie once again making a move on Edge as they're side by side. Edge keeping the position though, this time once again. Whew. I'm not used to this alone commentating thing, but it's hard work for the lungs and the voice, I tell you that. Coming into turn 1 now, Edge taking a different line to Combo Ollie. Ollie looking up the inside, almost a touch there, but just perfectly judges to not hit him, as they are held up a little bit by Pinju and Jetman battling just ahead. Oh, first gear there for Combo Ollie, that's an interesting ploy. Whatever works for him though, I'll let him, he's just as quick as me, I'm not going to tell him how to get pace. Into the hairpin. Bit wide there for Combo Ollie, but it's not hurt him too much, he's still got... actually Birdie's closer than I thought he was, he's right on the back there. We've got a big battle pack here from Kahoot back, and Kahoot is also gaining on defeated Damo, as Panache has got back within DRS of Unique Throne. So has Unique Throne possibly made a mistake, or has Panache just got his head down and actually started to get a bit of a rhythm down? Anyway, as we go through, he's got DRS, he's managed to keep DRS, I believe, as we come onto the back straight, though. Unique Throne's got an amazing run coming onto the back straight. Damo behind, let's get the watching brief, see if Panache opens his DRS, which he does. They've all got DRS heading up, and Kahoot's actually broken away from Jetman there. side tangent. We've got a move here. Edge on the inside. If Combo Ollie doesn't get close enough, Birdie neither. Oh, Combo Ollie going for the almighty dive bomb. Gets front wing damage on the back of Edge. A bit of a cheeky move there as, excuse me, as Birdie gets him on the inside. Let's go from the outside camera. Can we get a good look at Combo Ollie's front wing? See if he does have indeed have damage. Which it appears he does. He's lost his right front wing end plate as he loses now the position to Dynasty Sparrow. Let's move back up the field. Let's have a look at this battle for second, third and fourth as Panache has closed right in on Unique Throne here. With Damo keeping a watching brief, just keeping a couple of tenths behind, holding position, waiting for one of these two to make a mistake. Ooh, hard work this. Coming through the middle sector, Damo following very closely on the back of Panache. Though losing a bit of time through the dirty air. Coming into the double left-hander. We're only 7 laps into this. Far out. What have we got here? People knew the track before the wheel was spun. Okay. Did not realise that. Anyway, coming through the right-hander. We have Panache just out of DRS, I would believe, behind Unique Throne. Let's go on board. I know he's got DRS, it would appear. Yes, he does. He's got the DRS open, as does Defeated Damo. Defeated Damo closing in at a rate of knots towards the end of the DRS zone. Not able to do anything just yet, though, on Panache. Kahoot just got that 1 second on edge with Birdie, Brandy, and Combo Ollie forming the watching brief. Birdie's close here. His hard tires are going to start kicking in now and start really giving him an advantage over the medium runners. Here we go. Is he going to have a look into turn 1? He thinks about it, doesn't quite. He decides just to back out and think about it as Brandy goes up the inside and there's contact. What happens here? Brandy's gone completely off the track, gives a position to Combo Ollie, to Kahoot and to Easy Reaper. Shame there for I'm assuming it's Dynasty Sparrow. Haven't seen him by this name, but anyway. Where am I? So we're through the field. Yeah, no other real interesting. You've got a little bit of a battle pack here for 12th with Lime Soda, Arthur Setter and Pep for the last of the point, down the back of the points. Let's get back onto this battle pack here though, from all the way down from 5th through to 11th position. You've got Easy Reaper right on the back here of Combo, and let's sit on board with him as he tries to shape up a move on the Williams. Heading into the DRS detection point now. A bit wide there for Easy Reaper, but if he can get the exit here, he might be in a good position to... Oh, he's got a bit of wheel spin there. Trying to get the power down to try to get a run through on Combo Ollie. In which has caused him to lose out a little bit. But Combo Ollie is not close enough to Kahoot. He's lost out. And therefore is vulnerable to Easy Reaper, but not this lap. Not quite this lap. As we head on into the final corner to start lap 9 for these guys. This is a hard battle there, racing hard as Edge has actually caught up to Pinju. With Birdie 7th position. And while all this is going on, I've neglected the fact that Jorgo's built out a 2.7 second lead over Unique Throne in 2nd place. What a drive it's been so far from the Haas, man. Camillo's certainly made a good pick with Mini Jorgo, especially this week. He'll be very happy with his team going forward. We've got Damo half a second behind Panache. We've got Pinju 4.5 seconds almost behind that, with Edge right up his exhaust pipe, heading into the double left-hander, and Edge has got a really good run through this sector. And looks like he's getting really good traction out of the double left-hander. Pinju's in trouble coming down into this back straight here to go into towards the DRS detection point. Edge really getting good runs here, as is Birdie, who's in behind in the Ferrari. Really pushing to try to get these positions try to make up for his mistake a little bit earlier. DRS Has Pinju got enough to hold on? It doesn't appear he does. He defends the inside from Edge. Nicely done as Birdie contact, and he's turned Pinju! There is collision there. Birdie's going to be in trouble for that one, unfortunately, from the stewards. And it's Birdie that's gotten both of them at the expense of Pinju, and 3-second penalty to Birdie as well for track limits, I would imagine, as Pinju takes this point to come into the pits to change onto another set of tyres, as he also has Brandy and Arthur Setter following him in. So he's not the only one, as OCE Birdie now down into P7. Does he have any damage at all? Yes, he's lost his left front end plate. It's people missing their end plates left, right and centre here, unfortunately. But that's what happens when you make contact with other cars. Pombo sitting here in 9th, just barely in the DRS of Easy Reaper. Let's watch though. Let's see, what have we got here? We've got Edge, Pinju and Birdie covered 7/10 between the three of them. Defeated Damo right still on the back of Panache, though Panache has sort of built a consistent gap here to him, with Unique Throne just holding about an 8/10 gap, whilst trying to close in on Mini Jorgo, which just isn't happening at the moment. Mini Jorgo gets a good run onto the back straight here, it would seem, and that's where he's pulling quite a bit of time. Panache just barely keeps it within a second of Unique Throne, with Defeated Damo keeping about 6 to 7 tenths behind. Still, as we head into the hairpin, nothing interesting going to happen between these three, so let's see if we can find ourselves a little battle pack. As here we go, we've got Pinju going up the inside. Not Pinju, that's Kahoot. Before the braking sector, as we've got one of the heart of the, looks like Flavs around in the middle sector at the double left-hander. Just he's not having a fun time at the moment, unfortunately, the Kick Sauber man. Not able to, this week at least, take his inner Hulkenberg out. As we've got, it looks like we've got Birdie, we have Combo Ollie, and we have Pep all into the pits. As Toppy also gets a 3-second penalty for his troubles. What have we got for battle packs? We don't really have much now. We've got the 3 in the pits, and that's about it. Oh, I forgot that my controller vibrates for pit stops. Combo Ollie obviously deciding he doesn't need a new front wing, as we've got a tight rejoin there. Combo Ollie ahead of Pep, ahead of Birdie. This is going to be tight on exit here between these two, between the Ferrari and the Kick Sauber. Obviously the Kick Sauber. Oh, and there's contacts! I knew it was going to be tight, but not that tight, as Birdie obviously has the advantage of having fresh, softer tyres than those around him, so he will get an initial pace benefit on these tyres, but long run will be hurting as the tyres degrade. As he makes a move on the inside of Pep. Nice and clean there. Does he hold the position? Yes, he does. He's made a nice move there on Pep up into P14. These front battles seem to have stabilised a bit. Not much to watch here. I say not much. It's still good, hard, clean racing and fast racing from these guys up in the top 5. Just not able to make moves on anyone at this stage, unfortunately, for them. And unfortunately for you, the viewers, who have joined me here for this race. But there's still a long way to go. There's still 16 laps to go as Jorgo pits along with Kahoot. What I get for waffling. I miss things. Let's see. They'll be going on to hard tyres, no doubt, as I skip to Jorgo so I don't get control of vibrations that annoy the bejeevers out of me. Jorgo out of the pits. Looks like he's going to come out P7 ahead of the Mercedes of Jetman. Jetman's made a little bit of an undercut there by the looks. Not too much, but a little bit of one. Jorgo could come out well ahead of the others here. Not that he wasn't already. But Defeated Damo might want to be careful here, because they will likely be undercut by Jetman, who's made a 5-lap undercut on the rest of the field. He's pitted early. Let's see if we can get these hards to the end, though. That'll be the question. And we've got Defeated Damo right on the back here of Panache. We could see an interesting battle going down the back straight here, though. Panache does get DRS on Unique Throne, so he's at least got a bit of defence as they're taking different lines. Defeated Damo able to keep a tighter line compared to Panache, who has to run a little bit wider to try to keep grip, as we've got Panache looking for the slipstream for Unique Throne in the lead. Let's go on board here with Defeated Damo as he tries to look at a move on the inside of Panache, just not quite close enough. As Panache almost goes up the back of Unique Throne. Got these three here, you can just about throw, there's barely a cigarette paper between them at times. As the top three all come into the pits now. They are almost in the back of Panache, but they keep it nice and clean coming into the pits. We've also got Edge following them, and I imagine Easy Reaper as well. As defeated Damo, 10-second penalty coming into the pits. What a shame for him, that Nero's his whole race. Unless there's a pit stop later and he cannot lose too much track position. Jorgo coming along the main straight here, gets past all of them with ease. Let's watch the rejoin here with Jetman though, because he could get a couple of these guys here. As he's got Edge, he's coming out, Panache is coming out just in behind the Aston of Unique Throne as 30 sets fast enough for the race with a 36.896. Be interesting to see how this goes with Jetman with his nice warm tyres and Unique Throne on those cold hards. Can Jetman get close enough to attack him down the back straight or even into one of these braking zones here? Unique Throne misses the apex slightly there for turn 6 maybe. I've got no idea on the corner numbers at this point when they make up corner numbers from one corner. Through the left-hander and into the right-hander. Third gear there for Jetman. Interesting ploy. As he's now lost DRS unfortunately to Unique Throne and will be under pressure big time from Panache as he gets a snap of oversteer coming through the second of the left-handers, heading into the left-hander before the DRS detection point. Panache a little bit wide in, but trying to keep it clean, ready to get him on the DRS straight as Jetman's all over the place, a little bit squirrely on the tail end. Coming onto the main straight, Panache using all of his ERS to get close to within attacking distance, enabling the DRS and alongside and pass before the braking zone. Nice and easy there for Panache as defeated Damo gets held up. Now unable to get by Jetman at this stage as we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. We've got one, it might have been Wogjet. Wogjet off flags, one of the two, making a little mistake there as this has brought the top number of drivers in a lot closer than what it was before the pit stops. Jaw goes out to 4 seconds with Unique Throne 1.1 seconds over Panache. But you've got Jetman half a second off and it's brought this midfield battle right in. The lower top 10 battle right into the top, to the fight for the podium. We've got Pinju P6 now within a second of defeated Damo with, where are we? With Kahoot right on his back as well. Big fight here for fourth. Jetman trying to hold up defeated Damo and trying to hold his position to hopefully be able to attack back at Panache. However, whether these older hards will, as these guys' hards get up to temperature, will be left to see. As Damo looks up the inside of Jetman, not quite able to get it done there. Nice and probably a bit conservative there, but nothing wrong with conservative. To finish first, you first must finish. Saving it for the DRS zone as a bit of a slide there, but he gets the all-important DRS as Jetman's struggling to get the power down compared to defeated Damo. Damo using his ERS as we've got another yellow flag in sector 2 as that must be WRL top spun around or having an issue in the sweepers as DRS Damo gets straight past Jetman with Kahoot looking to get in on the action as well, and as he has a sneaky look, Jetman cut at the corner there, but Jetman just lets him go. Knows there's no point fighting against guys with much fresher tyres, with much more grip. So just lets him go, as Jetman gets a 3-second penalty for corner cutting right at the final corner there. But however, he holds DRS. Pinju trying to get by, using all of his ERS to try to make a move. However, not quite close enough to Jetman, as the McLarens look to swap positions, or they're battling. There's a little bit of contact there, as Pinju makes a look up the inside of Jetman, just not quite able to get it around the outside. He may get this here, not quite. Oh, he's got to, I reckon he'll position himself here. Let's have a look at the McLarens though. Oh, they're playing nicely as Pinju goes up the inside of Jetman into the hairpin and gets it done nicely. Trying to keep in contact here with the two McLarens. He doesn't want them getting away, and his chance of a podium also getting away with it. Well, we've got Jetman's also been overtaken by the Alpine of Brandy, who is flying on these hard tyres. He's got some pace here. Not bad from a lower position start on the grid. I think it was P18 he started. This has been a good recovery drive as Cahoot's trying to get DRS, not quite close enough this lap. So Cahoot's going to be, Pinju's going to be under threat here by Brandy. I think I'd know which one my driver is by now. However, Brandy alongside Pinju gets the position. Jetman too far back to be of any threats. Hopefully this DRS swapping will get them onto the back of the McLarens as Pinju gets a bit of a snap as I'm losing all my composure with my controller here. Trying to keep up. Trying to also take a drink so that my voice doesn't dry out, so my throat doesn't dry out, and you guys just hear the wheezing me, which no one wants, as Combo Ollie 3-second penalty due to corner cutting or track limits. Just take a breath. While that's going on, let's watch the McLarens battling it out. As Cahoot on the back of defeated Damo. Driving hard, 12 laps to go in this race, and we have still an unresolved battle for 4th position. The first 3 seem to have skipped away. Mini Jorgo now out to 4.5 seconds over Unique Throne, who has 2 seconds to panache. Can Cahoot make any inroads on his teammate as he goes a little bit deep into the double left-hander, losing himself a little bit of time there, but he'll make this back with the DRS later in the lap as we get into the DRS detection point here, through the right-hander and into the sweeper, as we've got a yellow flag in sector 2 as it looks like one of the Alpines, is it? Or is it? No, it's Combo Ollie maybe. Yep, Combo Ollie's made a little mistake there. Unfortunately for him, but he's still in the points. That's all he needs at this stage. He's got a good gap to World-Jet behind. Let's go back up. Oh, I've missed in looking at that. Cahoot's got Damo going into the hairpin and has also been able to make a little bit of inroads on Panache whilst doing so. Cahoot having a lot of pace here at China. He was very excited when he heard that China was the track. As Cahoot, as we say that, sets fastest lap of the race. To head into turn 1, he is flying. He's already reeled half a second in on Panache. Coming through the first series of corners. As both of them get a little bit of wheel spin, but Panache a little bit more so. Cahoot reeling him in slowly but surely as we head into the hairpin. Panache still in third, half a second though, with 6/10 it's down to now. Reeling him in bit by bit, just trying to get onto the podium for Cahoot. That'll be, I believe, his first podium this season. I may be wrong, but that wouldn't be a surprise. I'm usually wrong. As we're heading through the double left-hander, and Panache seems to have got a very good exit there. Cahoot trying to use a little bit of the ARS just to mitigate the losses there. Coming into the left-right, into the DRS detection, and Pinju seems to have gained a little bit of that time back. But Panache once again able to get a bit of a better exit, though Cahoot with the title line gains greatly onto the half as he burns his battery to try to get close enough into the DRS zone. As Cahoot with the overspeed going into the hairpin gets Panache up into third place though as he locks up a little bit going into the hairpin. Can he hold position? Oh, a big slide. However, he's managed to hold position as World-Jet once again has made a mistake as Cahoot into the pits. Oh, we've got a safety car. Cahoot was in the perfect spot to benefit from that. As we see Cahoot, we see defeated Damo, Brandy, we've got Pinju, we've got Edge, Pep, Jetman, Birdie, looking like they're coming into the pits. Everyone's coming into the pits for a fresh set of, I assume, medium tyres to try to get to the end of this race. We've only got 11 laps to go. This is going to kill Jorgo, Panache and Unique Throne, as they're going to have to do a full lap behind the safety car before they pit. Even if they even decide to try to go for that, they might decide to try to do what I did at Singapore in season 7 with the backup there from my teammate at the time and try to win the race with track position. It worked for me then, but I had 3 laps. I don't think this is going to work for these guys. They've still got 10 laps to go before they can even think about crossing the line. Under safety car we have Mini Jorgo, Unique Throne second, Panache third, Lime Soda's decided to stay out for track position into fourth, Kahoot in 5th, Brandy 6th, Edge 7th, Pinju in 8th, Pep in 9th, Jetman 10th, Birdie in 11th, defeated Damo 12th after both double stacking and serving his 10-second penalty. But at least now he'll be able to push on to the end without that 10-second penalty out in his mind. As is that an issue? What's happened there? Birdie's gone off the track under safety car and lost position. Interesting bit there. Top in 14th, Reaper 15th, Combo Ollie on the hards in 15th. He's put on another set of hards. So he go for the hardest set maybe, instead of going for the balanced tyre set that everyone else looks like they've gone for. Arthur Setter in 16th, Flavs in 17th, and Wog at 17th. This is what those two needed to catch up. As the field catches up under the safety car now. Let's see what these leaders decide to do. Do they decide to sacrifice their track position, or do they hold track position? Jorgo stays out, Unique Throne stays out, Flash stayed out, and Limestone all stayed out. So they're playing the long game. They're hoping that these mediums go off quickly and that their hards will hold on to the end. This is going to surely make for an interesting safety car restart, and in general an interesting end to this race. It'll for sure be interesting to see what we get with these guys as we head through turn 1, unfortunately behind the safety car. What have we got? We've got the Alpine of Reaper just catching up to the back of the field now with Combo Ollie, Arthur Setter, Little Flavs and Wogjet, the only ones left to catch up. Hopefully they haven't taken too much out of their tyres. Trying to catch up to the safety car, and they can still fight once they're caught up. Ooh. This is the breather I needed to catch my voice back up. I'm going to be a sorry man tomorrow with my voice, I reckon. Though, that being said, I haven't been yelling as loud as what the Tier 2 guys know I yell like. Got Combo Ollie onto the back of the field, along with Arthur Setter. So we've just got Little Flavs and Wogjet to catch up, and they are pushing with all their might to catch up. In the front of the field. Will the safety car be in this lap? No, it will not by the looks. So we have 19 laps to go. Just a reminder, we have Jorgo, Unique Throne, Panache and Lime Soda on the hards, along with Toppy who stayed out, and Combo Ollie in 15th who went for a fresh set of hards, hoping to have a bit of an advantage at the end of the race. On the mediums, everyone else, so Kahoot, Brandy, Edge, Pinju, Pep, Jetman, safety car in this lap. What a late call through the hairpin. So Jorgo's got to really back off if he wants to do a restart as he wishes. So he's back right off here as they go through the final corner. Let's watch on board from Unique Throne in second position as Jorgo goes and catches everybody napping. Panache right on the back of Unique Throne, going to try to take advantage here on the safety car restart. Lime Soda in fourth. Kahoot making the move on the inside of Lime Soda, and also look at the inside of Panache as he tries to retake third position and go for this win around the outside, and Kahoot is into third position. Don't put Kahoot out for the race win here, guys. I reckon he's got the bit between his teeth. He's going for it. Heading into the hairpin for the first time on the safety car restart. Pinju holding up well as Lime Soda gets a 5-second penalty trying to hold back Brandy and the chasing cat. Whew, I'm breathless again as we go through the double sweeper, turning left into the double left-hander. Jorgo from Unique Throne, Kahoot in third, Panache has dropped a second back in fourth, Lime Soda fifth, Edge sixth, Brandy seventh, Pinju eighth, gained a position, Pep ninth and Jetman 10th as we head through the left-right. No DRS this lap, however. So Unique Throne is burning to try to stay ahead of Kahoot. Kahoot now burning as well. Kahoot looks like he's got the position and is looking to try to catch up to Mini Jorgo, who is defending fresh air at the moment, heading into the hairpin. though Kahoot has huge overspeed heading into the hairpin. Turns it in nicely. Jorgo slightly misses the apex as Edge gets lime soda as we speak. Coming through the final corner now, pushing hard is Kahoot, trying to keep up with Mini Jorgo. We know Jorgo has the pace, but does he have the pace to hold off Kahoot on these fresh medium tyres? Coming into turn 1, and Kahoot gaining like you wouldn't believe going into turn 1. Those fresh tyres really doing the goods. Through the second corner. And Kahoot's going for the inside, trying to get the exit. A little bit of wheel spin, but he's still got a little bit of exit. No, Jorgo gets the latter part of the exit, though. Kahoot going to have a look. No, he's not quite, as he was burning a little bit of battery going into the hairpin. Trying to get the exit now, going into the double sweeper to left-right. Mini Jorgo still managing to keep this position, but with DRS this lap, will he still be able to? As you come through the second sweeper, Kahoot's a little bit wide on the entry, though getting a lot of pace heading into the double left-hander. Jorgo's a little bit wide, a little bit squirrely coming through the exit. Though Pinju pushing hard, trying to hold on. I'm swapping them around again. These rapid boys really need to stop changing their names so I know who they are. Or if they do, don't exchange names. Kahoot fighting hard on the back. He's got the exit, he's got the run, and before the DRS zone, he is ahead of Mini Jorgo. Uses the DRS just to affirm the distance he has. As Mini Jorgo unfortunately not able to hold it off, as Kahoot makes a little mistake, but it's too little too late for Jorgo. As you've got Unique Throne holding position in third, Edge fourth, Nash and Brandy fighting hard for P5. As there's a little bit of contact on the entrance of the final corner, pushes Brandy wide. We're interested to see how that goes. Pinju, fastest lap of the race. We've got 6 laps to go here in China. Let's watch on board let's go and watch Panache as is close racing between him, Brandy and Lime Soda. With Brandy unfortunately having to getting away as Panache gets a bit tally, as I will be back in just a second. I apologise for that, ladies and gentlemen. If I didn't go, I would have just got continuous phone calls from my mother, as you know what parents are like. As I've missed Kahoot getting past Panache. 4P6. Brandy is fighting right on the back of Edge still for P4. With Unique Throne managing to hold Edge off and stay in the DRS of Mini Jorgo, who has lost 2 seconds to Pinju in the 1 lap I was away. Got Unique Throne doing a good job here, actually keeping the gap up to Edge and not potentially ceding position, as Edge could be get on for a really good result here, on for his potential first podium in Tier 3. Let's go down a little bit. We've got a big battle here between Damo, Pep and Birdie for P8. That looks like Damo's got ahead of Pep there and will stay ahead, as Damo does have a bit more pace. Kahoot, Pinju in P6 ahead of Panache, who's at the head of this. Those two are the head of this train, though Panache's losing a lot of time to Pinju coming through that right-hander, sorry. Let's have a look here. We've got a 2-wide battle here between Lime Soda and Flavs, as Flavs recovering from his earlier spin. getting another position there on Lime Soda up into P13, as we've got Jetman going around the outside as well, though getting pushed out, and Combo Ollie trying to take advantage there. Let's go back up to the front here. Have a look at this battle here as Arthur Setter gets a 3-second penalty as well. Got a lot of drivers here on 3-second penalties. Is there a way to see overall penalties? I don't think there is. Oh, we do. There we go. So we've got Jorgo with 3 seconds, Birdie with 3 seconds, who's just got by Pep. We have Arthur Setter on 3 seconds, Lance Soda, Combo Ollie, Jetman, and Toppy all with 3-second penalties. Oh, excuse me. There we go. We've got Damo right on the back of Panache here, as we've actually got Brandy has got by Edge and is right on the back of Unique Throne, threatening to take the podium away from the Haas and the Aston Martin drivers. And good exit here, and a good exit through the right-hander up ahead after the DRS zone. Could see a potential double overtake here for Brandy, as he's done an excellent job so far. What a recovery drive. He will for sure be driver of the day, given he doesn't lose or doesn't have a spin or a mistake that costs him almost all of his game progress of these 24 laps. DRS enabled, coming up to the back of Unique Throne, though I don't think he's going to be close enough, but he could make a move on Jorgo. No, he decides to back out as Unique Throne makes the move into P2, and with Brandy trying to sneak down the inside on exit and use the traction, but decides to back out of it, decides better than to try to go side by side through the final corner. Close battle here for second as excuse me, Jorgo now gets the DRS on Unique Throne heading into turn 1, trying to go around the outside. Not able to make it stick though, so decides to stick back in to not give Brandy the position. As Unique Throne runs it wide heading into turn 2, Mini Jorgo decides to try to have a look, but not much doing there. Brandy getting a better exit whilst keeping it tighter through the exits of the hairpin, heading into the actual hairpin. As we've got Pep's made a mistake here, lost a heap of positions on the exit of turn 2. And he's spun. What a shame for Pep. He was having a really good race. Really good recovery drive there. And let's get back up the front here as we've got this has settled out as I looked away there. 5/10 back from Unique Throne to Mini Jorgo, with Brandy 3/10 behind and Edge another 4/10 behind. So it looks a lot closer than that as Edge's gap dropped a couple of tenths, that's why. We stay on board here with Brandy with the watching brief on Mini Jorgo and Unique Throne as they get the exit out of the right-hander. Jorgo looking to make a move back on Unique Throne, remembering that he has a 3-second penalty, so if he does, as long as these other two don't, he will lose the position anyway. Unique Throne defending the inside with, Brandy very close to running up the back of Jorgo there. As I am massively drying out my throat with all this talking, which is a surprise because I'm a talker. Anyway, through the final corner, Jorgo right on the back with DRS once again on Unique Throne. Unique Throne leaving the inside open as he has a look, not quite much doing there, doesn't quite get the run. Unique Throne defending very well this second position right now on lap 26 now, as Brandy getting the turn and the acceleration out of the corner. Not quite as well though on the second part, as Jorgo managed to get a really good second part of the exit there through that hairpin into the next hairpin. Gosh, this is a tight battle for P2. It's just letting Kahoot though run away with it. 3.5 seconds almost now. Back to Unique Throne as these three are battling. I'd argue 4 as Edge is well within this battle as well. As Brandy runs a little bit wide there, comes through the second of the sweepers into the double left-hander. But still just as close as he has been the last few laps. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Who's round? Is it Arthur Setter? Arthur Setter's gone round in the second part of the sweeper. That gives Combo Ollie 13th, Lime Soda 12th, and Flavs 11th place. What a shame for him. He was having a half-decent race there after spinning on lap 1, being pushed out. What a shame on his recovery for Arthur Setter. He was rapid in qualifying, had a really good qualifying position. As Brandy looking up the inside of Mini Jorgo into the hairpin. Brakes a little bit early though, but does enough to keep it up the inside. Bit of ARS on exit, and he's got the moves done. He's made it stick. Heading into the final quarter, will he try to do the same on Unique Throne, heading into turn 1, as he's got the run, he's using his ARS, got the DRS, around the outside, and 2 in 2 corners. What a move there from Brandy to take the second position on the podium. Now edges up the inside as well on Mini Jorgo, going to try to stick it around the outside, but doesn't quite manage to do it as Kahoot did at the safety car restart on, who was it? It was Lime Soda and Panache. As Panache has got back on Pinju, there's a battle and a half going on there. As Edge around the outside of Mini Jorgo, going to try to hold it on the inside of the sweeper. Is he going to be able to do it? Jorgo leaves his base. There's contact on the curve. What a save from Edge. That is immense, as there is someone around. Pinju's gone round. Pinju's gone around through the sweeper. What a shame for him. He was having a decent race there up in P8. We get back to the front action here though, as Jorgo has managed to hold off Edge, and he's back right on the tail of Unique Throne, who is within a DRS still of Brandy. Sector 3, we have a Haas around. That's Panache. Panache is out of the Chinese Grand Prix. He's spun it on those old hards. What a shame. Poor Camillo must be beside himself with that. He was having such a good race there. What a shame for the Haas man. What a shame for the Haas team principal. As Unique Thrones managed to get back on Brandy. I've missed all this going on as we've been looking for the not finished Haas. As Arthur said, is making a play for fastest lap, I assume going on to the softs. Coming through the final corner, Brandy with the exit, with the DRS, with the ERS, and has managed to get back around the outside of Unique Throne, heading into turn 1, sliding it a little bit through turn 1. Not literally, not what I meant. Coming through the next part of this track, heading out of this mini hairpin towards the proper hairpin. We have a battle as Edge has managed. Oh, and we've got the Haas here. We've got 3 cars in one corner as Unique Throne, Edge, and Mini Jorgo all battling out for P3 as they are banging wheels, banging bits of car. As Edge has backed out and he's just letting these two fight and hoping for something to happen. Let's do a damage check. I don't think any of them got damage from any of that contact. Oh no, we've got Unique Throne with a missing end plate. I missed that. Jeez, no wonder he's lost a little bit of pace. That will explain a lot there as to the missing pace. Remember, Jorgo's got a 3-second penalty, so whether or not he gets this position, he will need to pull 3 seconds in a straight in order to keep whatever position he gets. As onto the back straight for the last time, Pinju through the hairpin. Let's watch this battle just into the hairpin for the top 3, see what happens. But I don't think anything's going to change. He has a look, not quite. There's a little bit of contact there between Jorgo and Unique Throne. However, as we come to Kahoot taking the win here in China. What a result for him. And the confidence boost he's had all season. Brandy P2, Unique Throne P3, Edge getting Jorgo on penalties in P4, Jorgo holding P5 from Easy Reaper P6, Damo P7, Flavs takes P8 on penalties with Birdie 9th and Wogjet 10th. What a result for Wogjet, being 20 seconds behind at one point. What a recovery drive from him. Kudos to him, and that's one of my drives of the day today. That's a brilliant result for him. Lime Soda comes home in 11th as Combo Ollie 12th, Kahoot 13th, Pinju 13th. And what's a shame for both William drivers, both getting involved in little accidents that cost them better positions. Mercedes of the Jetman in 14th, once again involved in little incidents that has cost him a better result. As I think it was the Sauber in 15th of Pep, and 16th was, I believe it would have been Toppy in the Aston Martin. Alright. Let's see if we can get some podium interviews going. Maybe. Let's skip this and we'll get the full... There we go. So race winner, we've got Kahoot. Fastest lap to Arthur Setter, got that in the Red Bull. We have Brandy, driver of the day, as I expected. Lime Soda with the most overtakes. And Easy Reaper as the cleanest driver. as we continue on and get the full results here. We have Pinju from Brandy, from Unique Throne, Edge, Jorgo, Easy Reaper, Defeated Damo, Flabs, Birdie, Wogjet in 10th, Lum Soda 11th, Combo Ollie, Pinju, Jetman, Pep, top with Arthur Setter 17th, and then Panache classified in 18th with Zuka and